After opening the Scene MIDI settings, we'll enable MIDI Note and select Channel 1 with a root note of C0. Now we can switch scenes with our MIDI keyboard. And here we'll record some scene changes in the piano editor of our DAW. The default MIDI routing setting of Maschine dynamically sends MIDI input to the currently selected sound. But you can also lock a sound to a particular key range and channel. Start by opening up the Sound MIDI settings with a right-click on the sound slot. Check Enable under Status and then select the MIDI channel and key range you want to use. We're locking the sound to the whole key range in order to record a bass line through MIDI. A new feature in Maschine 1.1 lets you quickly assign single sounds to MIDI notes. In the Group menu, select Sound MIDI Batch Setup. Each sound of this group will now be mapped to a single note on the selected MIDI channel, ascending chromatically from the selected root note. We can now trigger all the sounds of our kit via MIDI, using, for example, the piano roll in our host program. With the new MIDI Out feature, you can directly integrate any MIDI hard and software into your Maschine workflow. This means you can now play the sounds of your favorite hardware synthesizers with Maschine. Of course, this also works with virtual instruments. In this example, we use Maschine to sequence a massive patch. Maschine is all about hardware control. In Maschine 1.1, we've extended the control possibilities to provide virtually mouse-free operation. First of all, the Navigate button has been extended to include zoom and scroll in the arranger, drum grid, and piano roll. We've also added shortcuts to quickly adjust the volume and tune of sounds and groups. Press and hold the pad, then adjust the volume by turning the master volume knob. This allows you to quickly mix your grooves. A handy new feature is the ability to quickly export Maschine patterns as audio clips. This is especially time-saving when working within a DAW. Click the Quick Bounce button to export the selected pattern and keep the mouse button depressed. Now drag the pattern and drop it on the timeline. Another useful feature in Maschine 1.1 is loading groups without changing patterns. This allows you to keep the groove while trying out different drum kits. To check this out, we'll load a group from the browser. We'll deselect the pattern button at the bottom of the browser. Now we'll load a different drum kit and keep the same pattern. Using this feature, you can browse through different drum kits in place. In Maschine 1.1, we've now added support for Rex files. Any Rex files on your disk drive will now show up on the disk browser and can be easily imported. As you can see, I have some Rex files here on my drive. Files can be imported by either double-clicking or dragging onto the sound slot as usual. Let's try this one. As you can see, the slice information is included. The loop will now sync with your Maschine project.